right. Good Thursday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. We are done with Thursday. We just got to get through Friday, and that is obviously the last day of the week. I am your meteorologist, Jess Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Thursday evening going into your future. This is the wrong thing right here. I'm going to pull up my other account. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm meteorologist Jess Peterson, and let's go and talk about the weather for your Thursday evening going into your future. We have the drought monitor to talk about tonight. And honestly, I think for most of us, it won't really be that much of a surprise, kind of what we've been expecting in terms of an update. So we'll talk about that. First off, though, if you have not hit the like button or subscribe button, make sure you go and do so. Hit the share button as well. We're at 495. We are on single hand digits in terms of subscribers to 500. So let's go in and get there. It's quick. It's easy. It takes quite literally like 2 seconds to do, and I believe that we can get there soon. But without further ado, I do have to go on and get the radar up real quick. And then we will go on and talk with the recorded audience for the people who can unfortunately not make it to our live tonight. So let's go on and get started. Good Thursday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Definitely want to say a fantastic Thursday so far. I am your meteorologist, Jess Peterson. Let's go on and talk about the weather for your Thursday evening going into your future. Looking at the radar right now, we do have some rainfall activity going on inside of York, going into Chester, South Carolina, as well as Winsboro, South Carolina, Camden, Bishopville, going into McBee, South Carolina, also going into Greenville, Simpsonville, Williamston, as well as Lawrence and Due West, South Carolina as well. We also do have some rainfall outside of South Carolina throughout the entire United States. We do have some rainfall going on in North Carolina as well as Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, and Alabama, going into Arkansas as well. Northeast looking nice and dry. Overall, some rainfall activity going on in Illinois, going into Indiana, and then even some rainfall up here inside of Minnesota and Wisconsin as well. Even South Dakota, look at this. We had an 86 mile per hour wind gust reported in Hutchinson, Minnesota. And so that was around 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. So that was around like 45 minutes ago. So it is storming pretty bad up there inside of, about to get into Minneapolis as well. You can see right here, severe thunderstorm warning, winds 80 miles per hour. That's a destructive storm about to move near Minneapolis and St. Paul. So if you know anybody inside of those regions inside of Minnesota, let them know. They might have to treat that storm like it is a tornado warning. Get inside the most lower and interior room of their house, or if they have a basement up there, which I don't know much about Minnesota basements or anything like that, but let them know about that. We also do have some more severe weather going on in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Colorado, and then also up here in Idaho, a lot of 50 to 60 mile per hour winds going through Montana and Idaho. As we move on and look at cloud cover for South Carolina, cloud cover right now, we have some heavy cloud cover going throughout the state. Low country, it's a bit clear out there from Charleston, Dorchester County, Berkeley County, that Tri-County region right there. And looking clear through there, maybe even Georgetown as well could be looking clear. But overall, everyone else pretty much just has some either partly cloudy or mostly cloudy skies as we go into tonight. And if you go even further into our night tonight, you can see kind of what I'm looking at, kind of what we're talking about, just mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies for a lot of people. As we move later into tonight, into tomorrow morning, you can see that that cloud cover will indeed get a lot more just widespread throughout the state. And if we go into tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening as well, that cloud cover will continue to stay widespread over the state, and pretty much everyone will have cloud cover over them probably tomorrow afternoon /evening. Going into our current temperature is 82 in Columbia as well as 80 inside of Greenville. We also do have 77 in Augusta, 80 inside of Walterboro as well as 79 in Charleston, 80 in Somerville, and 80 also inside of Moncks Corner, 79 in Georgetown. We also do have around 79 in Conway, as well as 80 in Marion, 82 in Florence, and 79 in Myrtle Beach, 79 in Charleston, as well as Spartanburg, 77 in Greenville, as well as Rock Hill. Low temperatures for tonight: 69 in Greenville, 69 in Spartanburg, as well as 69 in Rock Hill, 72 in Columbia, 71 in Aiken, as well as 71 in Barnwell. We also do have around 71 in Walterboro, 71 in Moncks Corner, and 78 inside of Charleston, and 77 Hilton Head Island as well. In terms of our forecast precipitation for tonight, we do have around 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch for Kingstree going into Myrtle Beach, Charleston, Hilton Head Island as well, 10th of an inch to a quarter of an inch as well for Georgetown going into Moncks Corner, Walterboro, Orangeburg, as well as Barnwell as well. And then Sumter going into Florence, and then maybe even a quarter of an inch to a half an inch for Columbia going into Winsboro, Greenwood, Newberry, Lawrence, Anderson, Greenville, Spartanburg, Rock Hill. All these regions have a quarter of an inch to a half an inch, and a half an inch to an inch going into Camden as well as Cheraw as well. If we go into the SPC outlook, you can see that we do have a TSTM for tonight. You might be asking yourself, what in the world is a TSTM? A TSTM is pretty much just an area, or kind of just, I should honestly say, a category, to where we could potentially see thunderstorms. That could obviously be gusts of up to 40 miles per hour, and maybe some small hail. That is all inside of the question for any thunderstorm. Any thunderstorm can have any gusty winds. Any storm can have cloud to ground lightning. Any storm can have small hail with it. It just matters on what happens and how much it intensifies, but that will continue as we go through tonight, as we get to around like the midnight hours. But obviously, with all the rainfall going on, I can check and see if there's any sort of lightning going on, and there is. I mean, there's a 9% over there. I mean, not much. I mean, 9%'s not much, but like a 15 over there near Rock Hill, a 4% near Winsboro, a 9% near Greenville, with those showers going on up there. So again, not much, but it's at least something. As you go into tomorrow, same thing. Entire state of South Carolina has just a regular thunderstorm risk, general thunderstorms, everyday thunderstorms. And you can probably guess what's for Saturday, the exact same thing. Everyday thunderstorms. That is the motto down here, as I've been saying for multiple days now. We will have a chance for thunderstorms every single day. What time of the day? You just don't know. Exactly the exact timing where your location will get thunderstorms. That's why I always say you got to bring your umbrella with you pretty much almost everywhere, because it can happen it can rain, it can thunder, it can just be bad weather overall at any time of the day. So you just have to be making sure that you're paying attention to that. As you go into excessive rainfall tonight, and honestly, I should say it's the same thing for this as well. Minor flooding probably will possibly be a concern almost every single day as well, because with thunderstorms obviously comes that chance for some minor flooding for a lot of locations. And if you go on and look to this one right here, this is excessive rainfall right here for South Carolina. Minor risk of flooding pretty much for everyone except for the low country of South Carolina and the eastern PD region going to the Grand Strand of South Carolina as well. And if you go into day 2, this is Friday. Pretty much the entire state of South Carolina has a minor risk of flooding tomorrow. And then Saturday, this little risk up here in Walhalla and Pickens, South Carolina. But overall, that's pretty much it. Sunday and Monday also looking to be just nice and pretty much just not really too much in terms of the minor flooding side. But that will change most likely if obviously what's been going on in terms of all these thunderstorms pop up again. Could change again. Let's go on now and look at our models. So we're going to go on and look at the short-term model first. We're going to go and look at the short-term model first, and then we're going to go on, look at the long-term model. We're going to look at the, and then we're going to look at the crazy score as well. So let's go on and look at this first. You can see that as we start off at 9 o'clock p.m., pretty much everything that you can see here on the radar It's pretty much what's going on now on this model. As you push this forward, you can see by the time you get to around 3 o'clock in the morning, there still will be some rainfall activity throughout the state. Upstate of South Carolina, going into the PD region of South Carolina, and that will still continue going into tomorrow during noon as well. Look at all this rainfall activity and thunderstorm activity going through the low country of South Carolina, the PD region of South Carolina as well. And if you continue all the way to the 18Z, right here, you can see that there is just that scattered thunderstorm activity that will continue all the way through, all the way to probably around 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And then as we continue this forward even more to Saturday afternoon, pop-up showers, pop-up thunderstorms. Everyone will have a great shot of receiving some sort of precipitation through these next couple of days. And you can obviously see it here. If you go on and look at how much rainfall, you can see, this is exactly what we mean when we say pop-up, just because obviously this will not be exact, but it's scattered in different areas and different, pretty much in different areas. Now, so far for me, I at my house have seen rainfall pretty much every single day. That probably will change. That probably will change. But ever since like Monday or Sunday-ish, somewhere around there, probably Monday, it's been raining pretty much and storming pretty much every single day. So when will that change? I have no idea. Just because they're so discreet, they're so unpredictable. You just don't know exactly what's going to happen with them at all. So that's what I wanted to say about that. And if you go to the long-term future as well, you can go on and start this off on June the 14th, where we just left off. And if you just push this forward, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, obviously, there will be a little bit of a break here and there, but again, this is a low resolution one, so I honestly shouldn't really be saying much about that. Just because, this is 200 hours out, so maybe a little bit of a storm system going into around June the 23rd, maybe. But I will say maybe some relief is on the way. This was not showing this yesterday. There was a high pressure here going into June the 24th. Now, if you look at what we saw yesterday, you can see that was completely different. The high pressure was all the way up there in North Carolina, so it's a bit different in terms of positioning. But maybe some dryness going on the 24th and the 25th. But after that, we're right back to where we once started at. So overall, we're still in this rainfall pattern, rainfall every single day pattern that we've been receiving. And like I said, you need to be bringing that umbrella with you pretty much everywhere you go. Now, if you go into the crazy score for tonight, we're at a 26 inside the mild category, slightly breezy or cloudy, but no major concerns, and most likely just cloudy. Just cloudy as we go into tonight. Now, why is it at 26 for tonight? Obviously, we do have the chance for some fog tonight. I did forget to mention that while we were talking about the cloud cover. But fog is inside of the question as we go through tonight. Patchy fog and low clouds are likely developing after midnight in the inland regions. It will be muggy overnight as well, and then mostly cloudy skies dominate, limiting cooling and keeping humidity high, as well as those storms taper off. So that's why it's at a 26 inside the mild category for tonight. As we go in, let's talk with, before we do that, we gotta look at the drought monitor. I completely forgot about that. Drought monitor here, and you can see exactly, what it is over there inside of eastern Charleston County, eastern Berkeley County, and Georgetown County. There still is a little D1 moderate drought, but look at this improvement. I don't know if anyone has or anyone remembers what the drought monitor was like a month ago from now. But this is a complete turnaround, a complete just great thing to see here in terms of the drought monitor. That drought that was over there in Horry County, inside of Conway, Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, and all that kind of stuff that had probably the highest drought, now is about to get inside of that none category. It's only in the abnormally dry, but that drought up there is now gone. The drought that's going on still, though, is inside of eastern Charleston County, eastern Berkeley, and southern Georgetown, which, if we keep on getting some rain like this, and we keep on getting those rain and showers kind of just going over those areas through this week, we can definitely see that go down as well. But if we see a break and it starts to get hot again in those regions, it probably won't really go down too much at all. So hopefully we can just get rid of all of the moderate droughts, get rid of the abnormally dry areas as well, and just everyone just be inside of the white none area as we go through this week going into next week and then the week after as well. But the next update will be next week Thursday. That is June the 19th. So if you want to know more about that, you can tune in on June the 19th. So that is it in terms of the drought monitor. Let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. So we're going to go on and look at it right here. Mr. Oliver says, okay, if I can get my chat to work, there we go. Mr. Oliver says, good evening, had some showers today, very muggy afterwards. What's the drought update looking like? Well, just showed it to you right there. It's looking a lot better, a lot better. Mr. Chris says, good evening from Moncks Corner, South Carolina. Says, I thank you, Joseph, for everything that you're doing. No problem at all. No problem at all. I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm not getting any incentives for doing this. This is all just something that obviously I decided to do to help out and to keep y'all informed about what's going on. So this is all just from kind of just volunteer, I guess, if you want to say it kind of like that. Trail says, hi, Joseph, hello to you. And then my cousin Cheryl says, good evening, weatherman, good evening, everyone. Hope all is well with you. I'm at work. When I'm listening, I tell everyone about the weatherman. Love you. Purpose Cheryl, love you as well. And thank you so much for making us your nightly routine. As I say that every single night, and I will continue to say that because I truly do thank you for that. Let's see, Thad says, good evening, just very nice rain here. I hope all is well with you. All is well with me. Thank you so much for asking. And then Mr. Chris says, hello, Cheryl from Moncks Corner. And I do love to see that. I do love to see other people from the chat talking with talking with each other, because it doesn't have to be just me talking to the audience. Y'all can be talking amongst yourselves as well while I'm going on. So I do love to see that. I do love to see that. But that's it. So let's go on now and talk about our 3 areas outside of South Carolina, that being San Antonio, Raleigh, and Philadelphia. So those are the 3 areas that we talk about, because we have people from those areas that tune in every night, or at least as much as they can. For example, my cousin Cheryl and Thad. And we go on and just say their forecast for them as well, for this as kind of a thank you for the support. It's been like a long time. I don't remember exactly when, but I know it's because I started the channel in January of last year, so it's been somewhere around that time to where they started tuning in. So that's kind of why we do that. Starting off with San Antonio first. Low temperatures tonight 74, high temperatures tomorrow at 94, low temperatures tomorrow night at 77. There is no precipitation tonight, and then there is a slight chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. No precipitation tomorrow night either, but you do have a little shot for some rainfall as you go into tomorrow as well. So definitely do look out for that. In terms of excessive rainfall, though, first we'll talk about excessive rainfall first. You do have a minor risk of flooding tonight. But after that, that's pretty much it. Just a minor risk of flooding tonight. And in terms of severe weather, no severe weather is expected either. Raleigh being our next location. Low temperature tonight, 72. High temperatures tomorrow at 87. Low temperatures tomorrow night at 72. There is a chance of thunderstorms tonight. Also, thunderstorms are expected tomorrow inside of Raleigh. But it kind of just drops down and it becomes just a regular chance of thunderstorms tomorrow night, though. In terms of severe weather, no severe weather is expected, but in terms of excessive rainfall, there is not really a threat until tomorrow. There is a minor risk of flooding tomorrow and a minor risk of flooding on Saturday, maybe even on Monday as well. So minor risk of flooding on Friday, Saturday, and Monday. And then finally, our last our last location being Philadelphia, which is some of the stuff does need to change. But it's overall low temperatures tonight 69, high temperatures tomorrow at 84, low temperatures tomorrow night at 66. There is a slight chance of thunderstorms going into tonight, and tomorrow during the day there is a slight chance of thunderstorms tomorrow during the day, and then obviously showers are likely tomorrow night as well. So overall, just a lot in terms of precipitation for these three regions. I guess San Antonio having the least amount. And if you go to severe weather for Philadelphia, no severe weather expected there. And then in terms of excessive rainfall, some minor flooding could potentially be inside the question for Sunday and Monday of next week. And so that's it there. So let's go on and talk about what's going on throughout the entire U.S. And we'll go on and look at the chat one more time. So starting off, it says, heavy thunderstorm will continue to produce areas of excessive rainfall and locally considerable flooding over parts of the southern plains into the mid-Mississippi River Valley through Saturday. Heavy to excessive rainfall may bring flash and urban flooding along with isolated riverine flooding across portions of the upper Midwest, mainly over central Minnesota as well. Air quality alerts, meaning that they should not be outside long. Places like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Indiana, going to get to Ohio, New Jersey, places like in Philadelphia, for example, New York down there, close to New York City. I don't know. Yes, New York City is included in there, just due to air quality levels are predicted to be in the outdoor air are predicted to be greater than an air quality index of 100 as well. So definitely recommend you limit your strenuous outdoor activity for those regions as well. And then obviously excessive heat will be occurring inside of the deserts of California and Arizona down there in Southern California and Southern Arizona, and then maybe some red flag warnings over there in Western Nevada as well. But other than that, that is pretty much it. So let's go on and check out the chat one more time. And we do have one question. It just says, what about the coastal storm coming up? In terms of just a coastal storm coming up, there is no coastal storm that's coming up soon. Not that I'm seeing on this model, at least. If you're wanting to know about the tropics, though, the tropics, there's no tropical cyclone activity that is expected during the next 7 days. So we're good in terms of the tropics. We are good in terms of the tropics for the next 7 days. Nothing really to say there. So there's nothing really going on there. But that's about it. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast tonight. If you did, make sure you go and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button as well. Also, make sure that you want to hit all those buttons that I've already said. And let's go on and get to 500. Let's go and get to 500. It takes 2 seconds, literally just like 2 seconds, not that much at all. And I will be back tomorrow morning with your Friday morning forecast update. Only one more day to go. Let's go on and get there.